You are the cutest little puppy. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Isn't this puppy the cutest little puppy? Oh, ow, ow, ouch, ouch, ouch. It's biting my finger. Hey, let go of my finger. Man, oh, man. Here I am so nice to you, and yet you're biting my finger. Wow. Hey, oh, still a nice dog. Have you ever been bitten by an animal, like by a dog or a cat that nipped your finger or something like that? Did it hurt? Yeah, sometimes I know animal bites can hurt, especially when we're being nice to these little animals. Were you ever bitten whenever you tried to feed your animal, your pet, your cat, or your dog, or anything? No? Well, maybe not. But there is a story from years ago, and there was a book called Aesop's Fables. And Aesop was this wise man who told stories. And here's one of his stories, or one of his fables, and it's called The Gardener and His Dog. And the story goes something like this. There was a gardener, his dog, a gardener and his dog, and this gardener's dog was running around the brink of a well in the garden. And it happened to fall into the well. Well, the gardener right away ran to help the dog. But as he was trying to help pull the dog out of the well, the dog bit him on the hand. And the man, annoyed at what he considered to be such ungrateful behavior towards him because he was only trying to save the dog's life, went away and left the dog by himself in the well. And it didn't turn out very well for the dog, I can imagine. Well, that's an old story that I paraphrased about the gardener and his dog from the man by the name of Aesop. So, can you imagine trying to help this dog? Just really wanting to be a nice person, help this dog, and it decides to bite you. Okay? Can you imagine trying to feed a dog or a cat, trying to be a nice person, and it decides to bite you when you're giving it food? Well, there is a saying that you may have heard that goes like this: never bite the hand that feeds you. Okay? So it's not just about animals who may bite the hand of somebody who's trying to feed them, but there's also a symbolic meaning in here of how we treat each other. So to bite the hand of someone that feeds you could also mean to attack, to harm, or show ingratitude, or otherwise turn against someone who is attempting to help you. That's not very nice, is it? No. In fact, there could be this conversation, we'll say, between Ed and Charlie. Ed says, I can't stand my client. I'm going to tell him to stop being such a pain. And Chris says, let me remind you that because of this client, you have a job. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. So what is the lesson in this phrase? Well, we should be grateful to anyone who chooses to help us. We should not do evil to someone who has helped us. Proverbs 17:13 is a good proverb. It says, evil will never leave the house of anyone who pays back evil for good. Ooh, sort of like once you start doing something wrong, if that's the way you live, evil doesn't go away. I don't want to be that kind of person. So if somebody helps me, I want to be grateful. And I don't want to bite the hand that has fed me. I want to be grateful and thank that person. Jesus experienced ungratefulness when he healed 10 lepers. And guess what? Only one of those lepers thanked him. He healed 10 people who had diseases, and only one of them said thank you. Do you remember that story? It's found in Luke 17. And here's the ending of it. So when one of the lepers saw that he was healed, he came back. And he praised God in a loud voice, and he threw himself at Jesus' feet, and he thanked him. And Jesus asked, well, weren't 10 people healed? Where are the other 9? Didn't anyone else return and give praise to God except you? Wow, I'm sure that made Jesus feel bad because he had reached out to help somebody, to offer them a blessing, to offer them healing, and only one person thanked him. Well, we should be grateful when we receive blessings from God. Hebrews 12:28 says, you know what? We are receiving a kingdom that can't be shaken. So let us be thankful. Then we can worship God in a way that will please God. Let us worship him with deep respect and wonder. Worshiping God also means responding to him with gratitude and saying, thank you, Lord. Thank you for feeding me, God. I'm not going to bite the hand that feeds me. I will not turn against God, even though my little dog here may. I know you're sorry. You didn't really mean to bite my finger. I was just bothering you. Well, anyhow, now we've talked about don't bite the hand that feeds you. So remember that. Remember to be grateful to somebody who has helped you in life as well. You have a day filled with joy, woof, and a day filled with peace.